When it comes to machine vision software, especially using innovative technologies like AI and deep learning, you really have a couple of options in terms of what software approach you can go with. Hi, my name is Raghava Kashyapa, CEO of Qualitas Technologies, and in this video, I'm going to share with you a couple of options that you can use for your machine vision solution development. The first option obviously is to go with some kind of an open source option. You can use various software packages which are available, use off-the-shelf networks, ready-made, what you call AI or deep learning networks, which you can then utilize for your solution development. So you give it sufficient training data, you train a model, and then you use that for your inspection solution. The second option is you can go with a ready-made, off-the-shelf, commercially available software. So there are a number of options available where you can use specialized packages which can result in much faster solution development. So what's really the difference between the two? So as you might have guessed, the first one would obviously give you a cheaper alternative, so you don't have to incur license costs because it's open source, it's going to be free to use. Whereas if you have to actually purchase a license, you would have to sometimes pay a license to use the training tool, which allows you to develop the solution, and then you'd have to pay for the inspection solution license. So the license that actually is used for the inspection on the assembly line. So if you have multiple assembly lines, you may have to then pay costs for each and every deployment that you have. On the flip side though, the open source option is going to be a little bit more time consuming. It requires expertise. You need to have the right engineering resources to actually develop the solution. So whereas in an open off-the-shelf tool, it's a lot easier to use. There's also a third option which is sort of in between, which is more like a custom built. In the custom built option, you don't actually develop this on your own, but you're actually using maybe a specialized software services company, or even a customizable software package which allows you to create your own model for your specific needs and get the best of both worlds. So you would have to incur some costs obviously in terms of using the tool and using the services to develop the models, but at the same time you're not bounded or boxed in by this off-the-shelf software. So it allows you customizable options such as the model that you want to use, to maybe even optimize it for inferencing on a specific hardware. You might be able to even build some UI around it. So it gives you a lot more flexibility, but at the same time you don't have to do everything from scratch, because probably about 80% of the platform and the infrastructure is already built. It requires only a small amount of customization to complete the solution. So yeah, when the next time you think about how do you go about developing a solution, think about more than just options in terms of, okay, I just have open source, I have to hire a bunch of developers, or I just need to buy a license from a standard well-known software company. You can actually go with a more hybrid approach, which is a customized option, which probably is built on open source tooling, but allows you to get the best of both worlds, savings in costs as well as trying to get the flexibility that you need, and especially can be very advantageous if you have like multiple number of deployments, not just one or two. So hope this video is useful and gives you some ideas on how you can tackle your machine vision solution development when it comes to AI and deep learning. If you have a question or a comment, please do leave it below and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you.